Welcome back to s10s. Today, I have a power steering leak. I think the O-rings on the lines are bad. So I'm going to go to Harbor Freight, get a couple O-ring kits, and pull the power steering lines off this thing and get them changed. It's been sitting here for a couple weeks now, and I mean, that's the puddle. When I had to take, I guess you can't see anything if I hold it back this far, but when I had to take the power steering pump off and the alternator and stuff to do all the exhaust manifolds, I noticed the O-rings were kind of cracked and not very good. So yeah, I'm gonna head to Harbor Freight and get some O-rings. All right, went to Harbor Freight, got 2 different sets of O-ring kits. I would have had 3, but they were out of 1. I got these green O-rings that are pretty much for, like, you know, what was on the power steering, green. And then I got a set of standard O-rings, and they didn't have the metric ones. So now I'm gonna go get me some lunch, Pepper Jack's Grill, can't ever beat that, and then go home, eat, and replace these O-rings. And welcome back, guys. Well, I got something accomplished, but I didn't get the O-rings put on those power steering lines. Matter of fact, the O-rings are sitting right here. As you can see, this kind of gives you a little clue of what I did. These things were $11 at Harbor Freight for 205 pack. And then these ones for 382, which a lot more variety. These ones were only like $7, a lot cheaper, but these ones are made for like fuel and stuff like that. But got all the trucks back rearranged. Red one is gonna be back to being a daily driver because I just love the sound of it. I like driving a 5-speed, and I don't know, I just like this truck a lot. This one's just gonna sit in here underneath of the portable garage, is what they call them. And this thing is going to, you can see the intercooler. This thing is going to get some work done to it. As you can see, it's backed into the garage, and I have it scooted over a lot further than what it usually is. Usually I have it try to tucked up against this wall right here, but I got myself a really good gap because the bed's coming off, tanks coming out of it, compressors are coming out of it, and then I'm going to go through all my welds, double check them. I've had this truck bagged for probably about 2 years now, and I think out of the 2 years I've had it bagged, I've always had problems with the engine and, you know, rear brakes, just something popping up. And so it's time to finally tear it apart, look through it, make sure all my welds are good, make sure there's no cracks, and then I'm going to paint this frame. I'm going to pull the rear axle out of it because I need to redo the backing plates for the brakes, the drum brakes, because the driver's side, the first time I drove this truck, rookie mistake, forgot to tighten the lug nuts, wheel fell right off. It kind of bended up my rear fender. That's why this is all kind of, I mean, it doesn't look the best. I've actually straightened it out, but you can see how it's all dented in. It took this whole corner right here and rolled it in, and this tire just went flopping, flying off. I mean, you learn from your mistakes. I know now, after taking a wheel off, always tighten lug nuts. But yeah, I got new rear drums, new rear shoes, new rear wheel cylinders, and new braided brake lines, which should look really cool. Which they're right here. It says right there, 89 bagged braided brake lines. And I also have, I don't know where it's at, but I also have a chrome diff cover I'm going to put on it. But I'm also going to paint the rear axle too, because it's just kind of kind of hard to see, but it's just like rust real bad. I'm gonna like try to clean it up as smooth as I can get it and just hit it with some black paint. But what I did get accomplished, which I showed you right here, this is a shim for a starter. I pulled the starter out of that 88, my red one, because something's going on with it. Every time you turn the key, it just whines, and then after it whines like 3 or 4 different times, like trying it 3 or 4 different times, then it finally engages the starter and it starts up. I took it to the parts store. They tested it 4 times and it said it passed all 4 tests. So I don't know. It's a Wilson starter, so I kind of want to get away from that starter and go back to the factory AC Delco starter. But it's kind of hard to find one of those. But I think this is where the video is going to end. Sorry I didn't really show much on the video. Those power steering lines were just for me to be able to get to the one that was kind of leaking, and it's not leaking much, just very little. I would have to take the whole front assembly apart because it's the one on the back part of the power steering pump, and there ain't no way of taking that off. And also the line is bolted to the power steering, so I had to take it all back apart again. So I just said I ain't gonna mess with it right now. But I hope everyone's having a good day. Thanks for watching Sick S10s. And of course, that's the only thing I really have is Sick S10s. I got the full-wheel drive way out there. Let's see if I can get a better shot of it. Yeah, there's the full-wheel drive 99 GMC Sonoma with the high rider package. And then the 88, the 82, and the 89. But this truck right here is definitely going to have a lot more footage on it, my bagged S10, because doing all this rear painting plus bigger fuel cell. This is a 15-gallon fuel cell, and the one that I have in it right now, the one I have in it right now is only a 5-gallon fuel cell. And the crazy story about this truck, quick little story before I end this. The whole reason why this truck got airbagged is because for some reason my fuel pump inside my tank quit working. Just quit working. Changed relays, changed fuel pumps, just stopped working. Just had, I don't know what happened. So I parked the truck. The truck sat outside for, I would say, 7 months, maybe a year. And then I was like, man, I got to do something with this truck. It's just sitting there. So I started buying, the first thing I bought was the C-notch. And then I bought the triangular 4-link. And then I bought the one air compressor, the tank, the bags, front drop spindles, and front cups that go up to mount the bags for where the old coil spring mounts to. And I was literally working in this garage that didn't have power at the time. I was running an extension cord from my kitchen out here and running one extension cord to run my welder and then switch over to my grinder. And then run to my welder and then switch over to my grinder. And then if I welded for way too long, then I had to go back inside because it threw the little breaker that was on the outlet. And I tell you what, that is a pain in the butt. But now that my garage has power, really good power now, this truck is going to get some love because that's what it needs. And I've had it in my life for, I'd have to say at least about 10 years. I've had this truck for about 10 years. But anyways, I'm going to get off of here. I hope everyone is having a good day and keep liking the video. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Tell people about it, especially the ones that love S10s. If they don't like S10s, maybe they like turboed 4-cylinders, the Iron Duke. Or maybe they like cammed V6s. Or maybe they like small block 350s. I got them all. I'm just trying to get one at a time going and trying to get them all as equally done as I can, because I'm thinking about trying to do a video of doing a budget giveaway. Not really giveaway, but just a budget build where I buy a truck super cheap, get it so it looks halfway decent and everything is roadworthy so there won't be no issues for someone, and then try to sell it and try to make a profit to put the money towards either my S10s as a grill, or maybe getting some t-shirts made or some stickers of my truck so I might be able to have some merch. But that's way down the future. Anyways, I'm blabbling along. I keep on talking. I hope everyone has a good day. Sick s10s is the name. See you guys on the next one. Later.